Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Park Bowl. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. As we get ourselves set, we are up and rolling here. This game underway with the first pitch in there for a strike. Second one from Alex Klum is upstairs and a little bit inside. It's a ball. Onalaska Legion squad back at it again, taking on the host Viroqua 138ers, the junior side of things. 1-2 the count now. And thanks to those sponsors that you're going to be seeing in that lower left corner of the screen, we appreciate all that they've been able to do in helping us out here. Going on Twitch, and we're going on, there's a swing and a miss. Luckstead goes down swinging. We're on Twitch and YouTube here tonight, as long as things keep working anyways. That can always be a challenge. There's a strike. Stepping in is Carson Campbell, who's at first base. Two and one the count now. Campbell out in front. Klum coming right back. That pitch is going to run upstairs, and it's now 3-1. Fouled that one off. And off Kowalczyk, the battery made here for Klum. We'll be back tomorrow for the two games in the morning. Well, I say one game in the morning, one in the early afternoon. Viroqua will be playing in the first game, Westby in the second, and then we will have to call it a day. Call it a day. There's a ball upstairs for a walk. And we'll have to call it a tournament. On Sunday, I'll be in Coon Valley with the Westby Senior Legion squad as they host West Salem at a 1:30 start down there. Swing and a miss. Hope you can join us. We'll for sure be on the Twitch channel. I say for sure as long as everything works properly, but that's the game plan. This ball lifted foul out of play. I'm going to pan back just a touch more here. There's our runner over there, and Campbell. Getting his lead. There's a ball hit out towards left field, and boy, we're going to get a nice grab out there by the shortstop. That was Brandon Scrady out there making the snag. That was looking like it could have been trouble for a moment, but he's able to come up with a nice grab. So McCoy goes on a, I'm going to say a fly ball to shortstop because he had to run out to short, shallow left field. 2 down. One all the count. Fouled that one right back at us. That'll shake some things up a little bit. It's now 1-1. Fly ball, pretty well hit. This is going to get to the gap all the way to the fence. It ricochets off, and they're going to send the runner coming around. And there's a one-run ball game here. Striking first, Hunter Morse again with a double. He had at least one. He might have had two doubles in that first game in that 14-6 win over Westby. There's a strike. Stepping in is Cooper Rudai. And it could be Rudy. Some will go that route. Here's a ball popped up, left fielder coming on, and he'll make the grab out there for out number 3. Nice job on that was Aiden Bonney coming up with the snag. One run on one hit. A big double here to get the Onalaska squad on the board. We'll take a little break and come back with the bottom half of inning number 1. The Viroqua Junior Legion baseball tournament. We get going with game number 2. Bottom half of this second game. Bottom half of the first. Again, thanks to the folks that you're seeing in that lower left corner of the screen, bringing you today's action. We'll be back here again tomorrow for the first 2 ball games. And let's see, I had those. I want to say it was a 10:30 start. Let's double check that while if we've got an opportunity here, anyways. Two and one now. West Salem and Viroqua will tangle at 10:30. Prairie du Chien and Westby to follow at 12:45. So a couple of good ball games, and that's when we will have to call it quits after that. There's going to be a walk, a leadoff walk here to Aiden Bonney. Here's Brandon Scrady now, the shortstop. With a runner on. Swing and a miss. We're going to run with the sponsors here in this game. There's a quick toss back. And then later on in the ball game, we'll switch it back to the 2 cameras where we can see the first base. Kind of give you a little bit of everything on that. There's a strike. 0-2 now. Scrady falls behind. That ball is going to skip by Morse. The runner was taken off, and Bonney is down at second base without any kind of worry. Checked his swing in time. That ball sailed outside, and it's 2-2. Pitching here in game number 2 for Onalaska. This is Jaeger Panasic Here's a ball that's going to scoot through. They're going to hold the runner, though, one base at a time. That was a shallow ground ball that the left fielder was charging on right away. Scrady gets a base hit, though. And moves the runner even closer to home plate. We'll keep an eye out on this particular situation here where we can watch. Manasik took a little bit off that one and kind of floated away from Kowalczyk. Again, runners at first and third here for Viroqua. Runner going to take off. Who he just got in there. That was really close. Just getting underneath that tag was Scrady. Missed outside. That will load the bases up for the young 138ers. They trail in this ball game 1-0. We're going to get a little timeout here as coach going to come out here and talk things over with his squad. Well, it took their a little longer in that discussion, but whatever he said must have worked. Manasik fires a strike. That's outside, 1-1. Here's a ground ball. They're going to come home and they'll get the force. That is out number one. Klum goes with a fielder's choice here. There's a called strike. Tanner Bass, third baseman, stepping in. That'll sidestep everything out to the right side here of us, and it's 1-1. That'll be upstairs. 2-1 now. Manasik trying to bear down here and throw some strikes. That one missed. Down on the shins, it's 3-1. A walk gives Bast an RBI. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Here's Finn Theobald, second baseman. Going to lift one out towards left field. Left fielder's going to come up and he'll make the grab And Onalaska gets out of a huge jam. No runs on one hit. 3 left on base. And they're not able to push him across with nobody out. We'll take a break and come right back. Top half of inning number 2. It's 1-0 Onalaska. The first offering is going to be lifted out to the shortstop on a soft line drive, and Scrady is able to make the grab. That was Sage Weeman who went after the first pitch. Soft liner. And there's 1 out. Here's Antoine Felton now. Felton had a good game in that game with Westby. He really clobbered one for a stand-up double. If I remember right, I think he might have cleared the bases on that one. He's going to lift this one to the right side. This could be trouble. It is a fair ball. There he goes. He is coming around. He is heading for third. Here comes the throw, and it is up the line. And he's got himself a dribble. Antoine showing some speed. He really did a great job on that run, didn't he? Well, with 1 down, Onalaska with a chance here with Trent Oyen stepping in. Trent batted in the number 2 spot in the previous game. There's a called strike. Second baseman here. Klum doing the pitching. This is Alex. And he got a couple of strikes on him now. Downstairs on that last pitch, and it's now 1-2 for the count. This ball lifted foul off to the right side and out into the parking lot. 14-6 the win for Onalaska over Westby in game 1. That was the 5:30 ball game. Called strike 3. Klum came in with a good fastball. Froze him up for 2 down. Here's Jaeger Banasic now, the pitcher. Felton down at third. There he is. With 1 down, he smacked a triple down the right field line. Another offer. 1-1, says the board. Here's a ball that's going to be a base hit. He kind of sliced it out there to center field. The old saying, helping your own cause, that's what he did. Pitcher coming through with the hit in the number 9 spot. Back to the top of the order with Donovan Luckstead, who was red hot. He was on base 4 times and scored all 4 times. The Viroqua squad finally got him out in the 5th try. He struck out here in the 1st. Back in the 2nd he comes. Little toss over to 1st, and nothing was going on there. That goes off the helmet of Luckstead. And he'll trot on down to first base. And heading to second is Banasic. And I think they probably have a courtesy runner for him. I'm just not sure who it is right now. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Campbell not able to reach that one, and he's down 0-2 now. That ball moves away from Campbell for a ball, and it's 1-2. Missed again, just a bit downstairs. 2-2 with 2 away. This ball is lifted towards left field. This is going to be trouble, and it's just foul. Wow. He nearly put that one on the line. And they'll try again. This is pop foul out of play. There's a called strike 3. Klum with a real nice pitch there and froze him up. 1 run in the inning off from a couple of hits, and they'll leave a runner stranded on the base path. But the Onalaska squad will now move up 2-0 in the game. Well, let's take a look here as we come back in this bottom half of inning number 2. There's a strike. It's 2-1. 7, 8, 9 part of the order here for Viroqua. Tyler Burrows, Tyden Lynn, and Blaze Alley. Good swing right there, just missed on it, fouling it off. And that was a hanging curve. He was not able to get to it. Way out in front for out number 1. This ball skips right out in front of home plate. 2-0 now as Lind look for a ball that he can drive. from Banasik. Might be Banasik, I think, maybe. I might be saying it wrong. 3-0 now. There's a strike. Yeah, and coming right back here, Banasik really battling. It's now 3-2. He was down 3-0. And he walks him. Lynn finally able to get the walk. Here's Blaze Alley now. Again, still the first time around here for Viroqua. Blaze will watch that one upstairs. This ball is lifted foul down the third base side and out of play. Onalaska out in front 2-0 here. Early in the ball game, we're in the bottom of the second. Runner taking off and slow start getting out there on the coverage was the second baseman and Trent Oyen. Either he missed the sign or did not hear that the runner was taking off. But there was just no coverage there. Here's a ball lifted towards left field. Pretty well hit, but the left fielder is going to have that one zeroed in and is able to make the grab. So the fly out to left field. 2 down. And we'll go back to the top of the order with Aiden Bonney. Almost looked like an off-speed pitch of some type on that first one. Now heading down to third, and there's no throw. Got a good jump on that one, did Lind. And now he's 90 feet away from scoring, which means anything could happen here. There's a ground ball knocked down by the pitcher. Banasik is able to make the throw to get the out and end the inning. 1-3 on the putout. No runs on no hits, and a runner left stranded at third base. We'll take a little break and come back with the top half of the third. 2-0 Onalaska. Stepping in the top half of inning number 3, facing Alex Klum. This is the number 3 hitter. It's the 3-4-5 part of the order. Here's a pretty good shot. That is splitting the gap again. McCoy Boy, I tell you what, that young man can hit the ball well too. He splits the defense out in right center for a stand-up double. Count now moves to 1-1 with Hunter Morse stepping in. Morse is going to golf one out towards right field and not able to make the grab out there. Morse is going to be in at second base. There's the throw getting away. Now they're going to keep him there at second as the run does come across. That's going to go down as a base hit, I guess, a double. Count is 0-1 to Cooper Rudai. This is lifted to the left side, and that's going to be a foul ball. Here's a ball lifted again, foul, left side. That one's going to be fouled off the foot a little bit. That'll sting. Oh, and 2 the count. Cooper Rudai flew out to left field back in the first inning. Runner's going to head on down and stand at third as that ball bounced away from Kowalczyk here. This is fouled off again. Rudai is, just with that swing, is going to left field. 2-2 the count now. Runner down at third base in Hunter Morse. It's his run. He's got a courtesy runner out there for him. It's number 7 and Daniel Vanderloop. That's outside. He'll draw the walk. Well, he kept battling Klum, and eventually he gets the win. He's walked down to first. And now with runners at first and second, we're going to just move the camera a tad this way so we can watch that runner at third as we wait to see what happens. Runner's going to take off. Here's the throw down to third, and nothing's going to happen there. Yeah, we're going to get a very, very quick timeout here. Hunter Vickmeyer, the coach, wants to come out and talk with his infield. Well, they got things taken care of there. Showing bunt, and this is pushed foul on the right side. With runners at second and third, there's nobody out. And he was looking to go to the right side as well. Sage Weeman tried to check his swing. It's going to be a called strike. I think that bat was just a little too far over home plate. That's a tough one. He swung at a ball coming right at his head, and they're going to get the strikeout. One run is in so far. Look out now. Here is Antoine Felton. That pitch up over the top. Felton has done a nice job here today. He's been hitting the ball pretty hard. Inside again, 2-0. You wouldn't be, hard pressed to walk him, not give him anything good to swing at. There's a pitch that he probably could have gone after. That's off his helmet. Man. He jogs on down to first base, and now bases are loaded with one out. And that's going to bring up Trent Oyen. Nice block there by Kowalczyk. That is just not an easy thing to do. Two and 0 the count here. A ground ball. They'll go to second for one. The relay is not going to be in time. Here comes the throw home, and the big collision, and the ball is on the ground. 2 runs coming across there. It was, let's see, it's a fielder's choice here for Oyen. And it was a 6-4 put out at second base for out number 2. Runner never slowed down from second to third. He just kept right on trucking. That was Cooper Rudai. And even with the collision, it was a run scored, 2 runs coming across. Again, nice block there by Kowalczyk. That's going to be downstairs for a walk. Panasic is able to draw a walk. He's been on twice now. And back to the top of the order here with Luckstead, who was hit by a pitch in his previous at-bat. Game one, he was practically unstoppable. He'd get on base and score 4 times. Tonight, though, in this game number 2, not quite as efficient. Here's a ground ball. They're going to have to go all the way to first base, and they did not get him. He ran through that one. He beat it out for an infield single, and that loads the bases up again. Ninth batter in the inning now, and Carson Campbell, who is at first base. He was the winning pitcher in game 1. Left-handed hitter. He's walked and struck out. Fouled that one off. He did score in that first inning after the walk. That sailed up high. Klum sitting on 3-1 now. Needs a strike. A walk will put in another run. Here's the ball lifted left side. This is trouble. 1 run coming across. Here comes 2. Ball gets away. Still going away. Oh, they almost could have scored again there. 2 more coming across. Campbell will be credited with a double. Oyen scores, as does Banasic. This is Trayden McCoy, who he was going after one there. He ripped a double to start things off in this inning. And here he is again. Five big runs coming across. Oh, he got him on a curveball on the outside part of the plate. McCoy not believing that one. But let's take a look here. 5 runs coming across in that inning. Those 5 runs manufactured by how many hits? There was 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 hits. There was also 2 walks and hit batsmen in that inning. No errors, though. And a couple runners left on base. Well, here we go with the bottom half of this 3rd inning. Viroqua trailing right now 7-0. Onalaska putting up some runs tonight here. Oh, 0-2 to Brandon Scrady. Had a base hit back in the first, but was left stranded at second base. That ball scoots underneath him. There's a swing and a miss, and that will end Brandon's at bat. One down. That ball is outside, knocked down by Morris. Morris has caught the whole game and also all of game number 1. A little dribbler, and uh-oh, this is going to be trouble. Oh, they're going to call it foul. Wow. Well, it looked fair. 1-1 now. Thanks to those sponsors once again. And after the last one here on this one, we're going to switch to our 2-camera. Kind of work on some things that way so you can view the field a little better, maybe, hopefully. Missed inside to Kwalachek.
You guys got the ball call, so don't even.
3-2 count, and he's going to get the walk. That's going to bring up Alex Klum now, the pitcher, batting in the number 4 spot. Fouls that one. Well, maybe not a foul. He drove it over. Yep, it's caught over in right field. I thought that was going a little bit more offline there, but it wasn't. How about that? Two down. This is Tanner Bast. As Klum flies out to right field. Just missed outside. There's your strike. Here's a shot back up the middle for a base hit. Now the ball gets away from Felton. Uh-oh, here comes a throw. Did they get him? They're going to say no, he's safe. Now 2 on in scoring position here. Bast will get a single and heads to second on the throw. Kowalczyk running all the way. Here's Finn Theobald. Swings and fouls that one back. Bit high. Now 2-1. Pop this one up. Nobody knows where it is, and it drops. They could not find it. 2 runs are scored. That's going to be a weird single. But with 2 down, you're running on contact. Bast and Kowalczyk are both scored easily, really. But that ball was hit so high in the air, and neither the shortstop nor the second baseman could find it. There's a strike. Tyler Burrows now, the first baseman, stepping in. One count. Outside, now 2-1. Seven two the score. Quick timeout here. In fact, it's going to be a timeout that the coach is going to come out and chat with them as well. Well, as we come back, it's the next pitch. It's going to be a walk here to Burrows. Runners at first and second now for Tyden Lynn. Oh, 1 to count. Lynn watches that one downstairs. That one dropped down on his socks. Here's a ground ball, shortstop, going to charge and going to have to make the play. It's not in time. The ball gets away, and here comes a run in. Well, a throwing error. Probably going to have to go down as an error, but that would have been a close one. He might have had that beat out. We'll talk to the guys up here and see what they think in between innings. Here's Blaze Alley now. They're at first base. Runner taking off. Here comes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Runner will stay at third. Now 3-1. Onalaska is sending some players to the bullpen. There's a ball hit right off the glove, but Banasic is going to be able to get to it and make the throw to end the inning. Wow. But not before Some runs come across. 3 runs come across here for Viroqua. They get those 3 runs on 2 hits. There was at least 2 walks in the inning and 2 left on base. We'll take a break. Going back to that previous half inning, we are going to give Lind a base hit. Here's a pop-up. Nobody knows where it is. It's a foul ball right here. Nobody knew. Kowalczyk was going to his left, and Klum was coming down here to the right side, but nobody was going to get to it. So Lind is going to be credited with a base hit in that bottom half of the third. So it was 3 runs on 3 hits. Was the final tally. A couple of walks in there. That'll be inside. Big swing right there. This is Hunter Morse now, the catcher. Outside. Three-two the count goes to. And it's a swing and a miss. Fastball rode in a little tight. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now. Fouled that one off the screen. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. Fouled that one off. 1-2 the count. This ball is lifted and caught. That was a quick one. I couldn't even done that one to get that. That's how fast it went. Wow. A line shot to Burrows at first base. Weeman backed away on that offering. It's 1-0. There's a strike. 1-1 now. Back here again tomorrow, as we mentioned. That'll be inside. Swing and a miss. Yeah, pass the word. We'll be back here tomorrow and we'll shoot for that YouTube channel once again. As well as, of course, Twitch will have that up and going hopefully without any worries. West Salem coming to town at 10:30 for the ball game with Viroqua, and then Prairie du Chien and Westby will collide. And that'll be our day. Swing and a miss to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning here for Alex Klum and the Viroqua 138ers. They'll come back here with the bottom half of inning number 4, and we'll move to the top of the order in just a moment's time. Coming right back, it's going to be, I believe, a swing and a miss there. There's another one. Top of the order, Aiden Bonney for Viroqua. Little ground ball back to the pitcher, and he'll underhand it for out number 1. One 3 on the put out. Here comes Brandon Scrady. Shows bunt. That's not a bad one. The throw, oh, they just got him. Banasic coming off the mound, able to make the play. Another 1-3 put out. That was not a bad-looking bunt either. Just needed it a little further away from the pitcher, that's all. Kowalczyk fouls the first pitch off. Missed outside. Called strike. That's outside again. 2-2 with 2 away. No one on. And this is going to be caught. Wow. What an inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. A very quick 1-2-3 inning here defensively for Onalaska. We will take another quick break. Returning here to the Park Bowl, and Onalaska is going to be bringing up Antoine Felton, 7-8-9, part of the order. Dangerous part here with Felton. He has a triple to his credit here. He was also hit by a pitch. So officially 1 for 1. He hit the ball well in game number 1. That's fouled off. Let's see if I got that. He had a single. He walked twice. Scored in the game. And he grounded 6-3, but that was a pretty good, pretty solid rip. Nice play was made on him. That's fouled underneath. Two and two. That one up over the top. He had the duck underneath that one. He's going to get the walk. He'll jog on down to first base. He'll take a pretty good lead there. And a toss over to Burles there just to be sure. Top of 5 here. Runner taking off. Here's the throw. It is not quite in time. Not a bad throw there by Kowalczyk either. That was pretty much right on the money. But Felton was there. Fouled off. Nice job by Kowalczyk keeping that ball in front. Man, he was pretty quick right there. 1-2 the count. There's a called strike 3, a great little curveball. And that will take care of Alex Klum's night with 103 pitches there. He did a really nice job. So the pitching change being made here. Runner is going to take off and just get in there in time. Wow, that was a nice throw by Kowalczyk again. He's doing a real good job there. Felton scoots into third though. And Tanner Bast is pitching here. There's a strike. 2-1. Now strike 2. It's 2-2. Tanner Bass dropping a couple of strikes in on the batter here, and Manasik. That one is in the dirt. Nice job again, Kowalczyk. Jumping out on that one. 7-3 ball game. Onalaska in front. That's going to be a walk. Again, one down. They're going to get a courtesy runner. Coming in, that's number 17, and Xander Winch, I believe is how they would say the name. Might be Wunch, but Bass finds himself at 2-0. Runner down here at first, taking a pretty good lead here at times. That one's not as much as he's had before. There he looks like he's going, and he is. There's a shot back up the middle for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes 2, and it's going to be in there. Runner taking off. Uh-oh, that ball is going to go out into center field. They're going to hold him, though. That was a smart play. As Alex Klum, who now is in center field, was coming up rather strong to back up the play, and that would have been could have been a tough play there. Who knows what would have happened, huh? Luckstead at second base now after the stolen base. Campbell (9-3) score here. Gonna have an offer on that one. It's now 1-2. In the dirt, knocked down by Kowalczyk. I will say this, he's had his work cut out for him, but he's done a nice job. Runner taking off, and he'll have third base easily. Three-two offering on the way with 1 down. Onalaska gonna get a walk here. Campbell, that is his second walk of the ball game. Here's Trayden McCoy. Easy toss over to first. Campbell with a pretty good lead over there. Swing and a miss. Maybe not one of his better swings here. He's got some power. Looked like he just wanted to try and put that one in play a little bit. Runner taking off. Ball gets away, and run is in. Zipping down the line here, and Luckstead is in to score. First time tonight here in game number 2. He had 4 scores, I think it was, if I remember right, in game 1 against Westby. Trying to dig that sheet out here real quick and take a quick peek on that. Yeah, he scored 4 times. That's a ball that's going to be fouled down the line. That was pretty close. 10-3 your score now. That's going to be a dead ball. So 2 more on with Hunter Morse with a couple of doubles I have him down for tonight. This is a little dribbler, and they'll go to second, now to first. It's not going to be in time, and they're going to bring the guy back to third. So a fielder's choice here for Morse. Got the runner going to second off the base path. Here's Cooper Rudai. Takes one upstairs. As they say, up around the noggin a little bit. Runner taking off, and they throw it back to Bass, the pitcher, but nothing going on. Inside on that one. And there's a walk issued. And we're going to get another long walk out here by Coach Vickmeyer. Aiden Bonney comes in to pitch. First offering is upstairs. Swing and a miss. Brought that one in on the shoulders. Here's a little ground ball. The flip to second base to get the out. Taking care of business. 6-4 for out number 3, but 3 more runs come across. Those 3 runs on one hit. There was 1, 2, 3, 4 walks and a hit batsman once again. We'll take another break and be back with the bottom half of inning number 5. Stepping in for Viroqua here, it's going to be Alex Klum, Tanner Bast, and Finn Thiebold. for the bottom half of inning number 5. We're trying something a little different here once again with the cameras, and we'll make the adjustments depending on where the ball is hit anyways. There's a strike. That was the automatic. Big swing right there by Alex. And there's the walk. Klum gets the walk. Ball got away just for a moment from Morse, and Klum said, no, I'll stay back here at first base. Probably not a bad idea. That's outside. Now 2-1. There's your strike. 2-2. This ball is lifted out to left field. That's going to be caught. Hustling back. Well, a nice swing there by Bass, but just carried on him. Here's Finn Theobald. Fouled that one off. There's a ground ball. Relay's not going to be in time. Nice job by the third baseman on the scoop. It's going to be a fielder's choice. And it's a 5-4, I believe that was, for out number 2. There's a called strike. 2 away now. Well, let's see if the runner is going to be taken off here. The holds up. Burrows takes that one on a curveball, going away from him for a ball. That one in the dirt. Called strike 3. Wow. Just could not pull the trigger. No runs on no hits. One runner left on base. Moving into the top of the 6th inning, and it's 10-3 Onalaska. Sixth inning, and the first offering from Bast to Antoine Felton is upstairs over the head again. Now outside. So it's 2-0. There's a strike. That's behind Felton. And it's a 3-1 count. That'll be a walk. Runner taking off, and he'll be in there standing in Felton here in the 6th. This is Trent Oyen now. Runner taking off again, and he's going to be in there one more time. Boy, he was not wasting any time at all. Bit high. 3-0 now. In the dirt, that is going to get away, and an easy score here for Antoine Felton. (11-3) now. Oyen down at first. Banasic Banasic is on in the batter's box. Now 1-1. There's a strike. He dropped that one in there. Runner taking off. He's going to have that one easily. Just missed. Big swing right there, and that will end his at bat. Here is Luckstead, and he gets plunked right away. Wow. Runner was taking off as well. Now it's going to be Carson Campbell. Looked like the runner was going to go, and he held up. Here's a ground ball. Going to go to second, and no relay there. So fielder's choice. That is 2 down now. Pretty good cut right there by McCoy. Runner going to scoot down to second base there. And Campbell. Swinging through that offering, it's now 1-2. That ball moving away and well out of the strike zone. Count will move to 2-2. Fouled that one off. Then we'll keep it at 2-2. Ooh, a called strike 3, got him looking. That will end the inning here. It is a run, though, that will scoot across. They get that run on. Let's see here. What was that? I think there was maybe a couple of walks. I don't know if we had a base hit. Doesn't look like it. They manufactured that run for sure. It's 11-3. Viroqua needs a run or this game will be done. Bottom half of inning number 6, and we are going to see Tyden Lynn step in as the 8-9-1 part of the order. And Ben Templis now pitching for Onalaska, and the first pitch was a strike. Second one was near the dirt. Then it'll go 1-1. That one in close. Skipping up over the ball was Lind. It's 2-1 now. Inside. that's downstairs, so Lind is on with a walk. Runner can head down to second as the ball gets by Morse. That's going to be a foul ball. One the count here now as Blaze Alley going to take a strike. Well, we have actually have a pinch hitter in here. Ground ball, scoop, the throw, and the out. Runner heads over to third base in Lind. One away here is Aiden Bonney now. Swing and a miss. Was reaching out for a curveball, moving away from him. That one was curving away. Two on the count. That one came in and hit him. So Bonnie moves on down to first base. (11-3) the score. Run will score here as they made the play for second, who is safe in Bonnie. And Lynn comes across, and it's 11-4 now. Here's Brandon Scrady now. 2-2 count now. And he swings and misses. Two down. Here is Ryan Kowalczyk. Nice block by Morse. In tight at road. Now 3-0 to Kowalczyk. Templis looks in, and now he is going to throw that one into the dirt. And the runner is going to move up as Kowalczyk hustles down to first base after the walk. And a quick timeout here. Well, the timeout complete. They now come back, and Templis going to throw a pitch that's low and away once again. 11-4 the score. There's a strike. In the dirt. Knocked down by Morse. Here's a ground ball, and it's going to be caught. They got the out. Over here at first base. Wow. That's going to end the inning and the ball game. Final score here is 11-4. Onalaska picking up the victory. They also won 14-6, so they have put together 25 runs over the course of 2 games. Hitting the ball very, very well. We'll be back tomorrow, as mentioned. Viroqua playing at 10:30 against West Salem, and then Prairie du Chien and Westby playing later at about 12:45, they're thinking. We'll have those 2 games on tomorrow right here at the Park Bowl. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, saying we'll see you tomorrow back here on the Diamond. So long, everyone.